actual opinions. I'll start with you, Richie. We'll go around the table, but actually let us know your actual feelings on that actual relationship in aspect to the roles. So, first couple we're gonna go with is Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. I rock with their relationship a lot. I think it's a lot of good energy there. I like you know how you either they leave people speculating on their what's going on in their marriage. You know, people always come, they doing this, they doing that. They're never really saying anything. You know what I mean? I think they mind their business and keep it to themselves. So I'm cool with their relationship. I mean, I really can't feel no way about it.
Dave?
You know, I kind of feel like Richie do a little bit. Yeah, they got a very open type of style relationship. Seem like they be, I don't know, a lot of extracurricular shit in the house. I don't know. You know, I don't know them people like that. I don't judge them. But from what they put out there, a little bit too open for me. I don't know, man.
All right. Mayasha, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. How do you feel about that relationship, gender roles aspect?
I think it's a perfect relationship.
Oh, could you explain?
Elaborate.
Very open.
No, I mean, if
That's the word I was
if
looking for.
everyone's happy, then why not let your spouse or your significant other just be themselves? And if they're happy, you know, kind of stepping out, but you guys have that honesty, I don't see what the problem is.
Can I be honest? I just, and this is just my personal opinion, last but not least, but Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, I feel like we don't know much about their relationship other than what the tabloids tell us.
That's what I'm saying.
I would say honestly how I'd feel about them, and from what we do know about them, is they've been together and have for the most part stayed together. We've heard about scares of them. I think the example as far as two very different people making it work is something that I think is rare. So whatever the politics are that go around celebrities, I think they set that example still, that you can have a long-term relationship, which is really rare right now in America.
In Hollywood.
Yeah.
And just in America, period.
Yeah,
Right.
period. Yeah.
Show your right.
I think Hollywood is like Hollywood divorce. It's supposed to be short-term, but for them to be in that field and still have a long-term relationship, we watched that relationship start and still go have kids. Like, they're showing that if they can do it in Hollywood, somewhere where relationships don't last long, it's still feasible. It's still very.
But then the argument goes that their kids are somewhat unique. They're not. Like.
But I mean, I wouldn't expect
What
that
do
from Will and
you
Jada's
mean
kids.
unique? Like, and what do you mean unique? Elaborate.
Just speak on it. Go ahead, girl.
No, they're artists. You know, they're not afraid to be themselves, and I think that goes with the parents.
Oh, now
you
you're
know,
trying to clean it up.
I'm not.
No, I get what you're saying. You're saying their parents allowing them to be who they are, get them confidence.
Exactly, and I think that also goes with their relationship. You know, they don't talk about it in the public eye. Maybe they keep mums. Maybe they don't have an open relationship. We don't know.
Right, we don't. We can only speculate.
Exactly.
Maybe Mayasha doesn't like to say weird. She wanted to say weird.
I didn't want to say.
She
No,
wanted
I'm
to
gonna
say weird
unique
like 10
because
times,
every
but she didn't say
kid
weird.
is
It's okay.
different.
It's
okay.
different.
Weird is
Everything,
cool.
whatever.
It's different.
Okay, next couple. And we have, this is probably a throw out there. We got Barack Obama and Michelle Obama.
I love them. I love them.
I love them.
We're going to start with Richie Loco first. So y'all, hold on. Richie, your thoughts?
Oh, man, you got to take your hat off to them. I mean, no scandals, whole 8 years, you know what I mean? And being showing unity, like their kids turning out just great.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, he had the most stressful job in America.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he survived, hairline standing strong. Michelle got better over time. I'm looking at Michelle like, who was you? Who was you, Michelle? You was the first Michelle I saw when he got elected. Back in that 2008. But I'm looking at her now like, okay, Michelle, I see. Upgrade you. That's so I salute him. I salute those two.
Dave,
Yeah.
your thoughts on the ex-presidential couple?
I support any long-lasting relationship like that. Like you said, through 8 years of presidency, all the bullshit, you know what I mean? You got to give him props.
Yeah.
Heard some rumors about some shit, but
What rumors were those?
Yeah, what rumors?
Because I didn't hear any.
I nothing.
Okay.
You can't just say it and then
Dave
not
over
throw it
there
out there.
lying. Yeah, no rumors.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Stirring up the fire.
Stirring the
Whip
pot.
Whip it.
Because it just be what we told on the news and stuff like that. You can't judge these people, really. But for the sake of the game, man, they look good on paper. They look damn good.
Definitely on paper. They definitely
Even in
put
videos, everything.
And then, Yash, I think we got your opinion, but if you want to elaborate even more
They
for the
are
people.
a wholesome family. Their kids are like what you expect children of the presidential to be. There's no issues. There's no drink. There could be some drinking issues, but there's not like partying. They're not acting crazy. They are literally picture perfect.
You think that's actually a good example of a relationship and a healthy relationship and couple family aspect?
Yes, and I feel as though the girls were age appropriate. Like they never dressed beyond their years.
We see a lot of that.
And
it's
I like
crazy.
that.
I saw no teenage titties.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
None of that.
Dope.
Exactly.
Now, next couple, Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott.
Nah.
Straight up.
We'll start with you, Richie. How you feeling? Gender roles, they're just as the example they said relationship wise.
What do you mean example they said relationship wise?
Well, you got to know, it's a lot of kids that look up to these youngsters and see these youngsters having babies and doing their thing. And Travis Scott, I don't know. I felt like it
How
was a
old is
big
she?
couple. I'm not sure. She's too young for me.
She's I don't know, bro. I feel like, me as a parent, like, I have kids, you know what I mean? And
Right.
my kids don't gotta look up to anybody, any other celebrity, any other person rather than right in the household, which me and their mom. You know what I mean? Like, I can't put that on a celebrity, be like, my kids look up to you. Now my kid get pregnant. I'm blaming you. Like, you don't even raise my kid. You don't even know my kid. You know what I mean? Do I think their relationship gonna last?
Not even do you think it's gonna last. Just as far as like as you see that relationship, like put that one next to Barack and Michelle's. Just your thoughts on it. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. From Will Smith.
I mean Barack and Michelle. I mean, it's completely different. It's a completely different ball game. You know what I mean? They're not in the same ballpark, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean these are young people versus the president and you know what I mean, the first
Will
lady,
and Jada, Will and Jada even versus them.
But who's to say Will and Jada weren't in Kylie and Travis Scott at some point early on in their marriage or relationship?
We
you know
watched
what
them
I
have
mean?
both their kids.
You see exactly.
Now,
So
how old
maybe
were they though? Were they Kylie and?
Oh, but don't get me
his
wrong
age?
though. You're definitely right though. Didn't Jada Pinkett went with Tupac though first, right?
I don't know if they was together. I don't know, bro. Like
She got some dick? What?
she got some shit on.
Yeah. She was with
Some
Pac I
switch
believe,
on.
first. Okay, next couple though we got
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
I like them too.
He made that famous. Nah, she was already famous. He made Taylor Swift famous.
For sure. So your take on relationship roles, gender roles?
You know what, man? I wasn't sure if I was like, Kim is just here for she ain't solid like that.
It don't seem like a real one, or do it seem like they love? I think they really love each
I
other.
that's what I'm saying. I think over time, I think she like really love this dude because I mean she stuck around. Kanye didn't spazzed out quite a few times since they've been, and the rumors to be there like she gonna leave him, but I think she like this is the father of my kids. Like I love this man. Whatever the case is, she stuck by me. She don't have to. People can't say she's there just for the money. She got her own money. You know what I mean? She got her own empire. Let's be real.
But she also, every celebrity has to stay relevant. I think like you'll have you can say like Beyonce, Jay-Z, when they come together, that took them together. It took them a lot farther.
But
together.
Who's more relevant right now, Kanye West or Kim Kardashian?
I think Kim Kardashian. So for Kanye, I'd say like it was the relevancy. But for her, her famousness has been made off of Ray J, LeBron, who else? Reggie Bush. Chris Humphries.
I would like to believe that, but how come they aren't as famous as she is?
That's the scary part. That's the scary part.
Because she's constantly reinventing herself. That's the thing.
The step up would be that she started with a Ray J. So at that point in time, let's remember the facts. She was never bigger than Ray J until that tape dropped. We didn't know Kim Kardashian.
You saw One Wish, Ray J?
We did not know. He was One Wish. She was One Wish sex tape. That's why we watched it. Who was Ray J?
She was also like Paris Hilton's best friend, and she was always in the media, but she was never the forefront in the media.
And what took her into the forefront of the media?
Capitalizing on the sex tape.
The sex tape. Capitalize. Did she leak or did she capitalize? Did she turn
Ray
a bad
J
situation to a good situation?
Told her. Ray J actually said he told her to leak it. Said, if you want to get famous, you need a sex tape. And he said she had a copy, he had a copy. She leaked it.
She leaked it.
They both. He said he still has his copy. And then
I still got mine too.
I believe it was. They even said her mom had some coaching in saying that she need to go ahead and release it for the start.
Hey, You know what, man? Hey, we just said earlier in the show that people in the UK was having sex for rent. You know what I mean? So so throwing out a sex tape for the millions of dollars. You
already had.
She
the sex.
took the sex
She
tape a
tooted
long
that
way.
ass
Don't
and
get me
turned into a
wrong.
great situation. You
She
ask
was
me.
born on tape too. That bitch had me hot.
It wasn't that impressive.
It was horrible.
But I would say
it wasn't.
going into
I haven't
our
watched it.
going in. It's in here. You hide it in here. It doesn't go far from here. You watch it on repeat. Repetition is the father
She
of
didn't
learning.
bust that thing out on.
You got to watch that thing several times,
She
and then
was
it's just,
stingy with the pussy on the video. That shit.
it was
That
definitely
shit got
for
me
the
hot.
people. It was definitely not like oh my gosh, I'm mad somebody recorded that. It was definitely for the people. But now going into like getting into our main topic, I think this was a good segue into it though, talking about heterosexual couples and gender roles. And now from the couples we named, those are all couples that I feel like handle as we think of like the typical relationship, they're handled very different. Like you would say, Kim Kardashian probably a lot more bigger, a lot more relevant at the time than the Kanye you would say. You would say, I don't know, I'm a big Yeezus fan, man. I don't know, I'm a big Yeezus fan. But I feel like probably pop culture wise, as far as like superstardom goes, they're really looking at her right now as an icon right now. She has a lot of attention and a lot of things.
Right.
So I feel like if she was with any celebrity, like you said, a Travis Scott or anybody, it would bring instant attention to them because of the socialite she is.
Yeah.
But in gender roles, though, how would you think their relationship plays out in terms of that? I'm not the bigger star. I'm not the bigger person. I may not be the bigger breadwinner even right now at this time.
I mean, I don't know what to say about gender roles. I mean, I feel like shit. I mean, they there for each other. Honestly, man. Like, what do you give me your take? Let me see if I can read off what you trying to, pick up what you putting down.
My take on it is like I feel like celebrities in the bigger sense, especially the celebrities we look at, they set the tone or even the attitude for what we see in regular society. Like you said, I'll teach my daughter not to follow anybody but me. But we do know many people look at these celebrities, and this is like really the example for what we said. Like we said, we name a Barack Obama, everybody, undeniably, that's a good family. That's a good house. I don't really know what I can say back. We get to a Kim, and this is just the point I would make. We get to a Kim Kardashian, and don't nobody really know what to say about it. Nobody really has it. It's almost like, hey, they just doing them. And that's why I feel like the issue of gender roles comes in, like, when it comes to how you, like I probably would say, like you say, your child would mirror you for their direction in relationships. Mm-hmm. Would you say you would ever let them look at Michelle or Barack Obama as an example? Outside of yourself, if you were.
I mean, yeah, I think I don't see nothing wrong with Michelle and Barack being an example. You know what I mean? And even some other couples. I mean, other couples can be an example of what not to do. You know what I mean? So you know, it goes both ways.
And that's what I think we're looking at, because we're growing up in a society. I feel like I've read several reports, and they're talking about how the gender roles are confused within the heterosexual community. Like within what's going on, we don't really know how to perceive or take relationships because it's so changed from like you said, a time and an era where women actually needed men or needed to feel like that validation from men. Do you still think that women's backing, like traditionally, that they need the validation of a man for their backing?
Not in this day and age.
Not in this day and age.
No, I don't. I really don't. I think women are like just showing they can, not of course not the physical aspect, but women been able to do what men could do long before, you know what I mean, 2018.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I think the social media world we live in now, it's just showing people. It's showing people more. It's like, oh, look what this woman's doing, and we're more connected. So you see all these women who are doing great things, and it's not just Oprah. You know what I mean? It's myriad of women. Like it's amazing.
Monique made a statement though. Monique made the statement that she said she was kind of upset with Oprah because Oprah set an example for women everywhere that they can be single and independent and do it without the help of a man. And she said in reality, like she said, she's on her third marriage now. She said this will be her last, but Monique said that Oprah kind of set an example in a big, like I said, when you're a superstar, you set an example for the world. She was actually the attitude that let women know, like we said, during that point in time, we've had a lot of women in history. She taught probably my mother's class or the class before us that you could be every woman, that you could do everything a man can do, and you can do it without